Hello students, this is Lata Narwani from Mount Litra Z School Jhansi. Children, we were doing lesson metals and non-metals, and last time we had discussed the properties of metals and non-metals. Today we'll be doing the topic how do metals and non-metals react with each other. So first of all we have to see the electronic configuration of noble gases. Noble gases like helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon, etc. have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. They do not take part in bonding. This means that 8 electrons in the outermost shell represents a highly stable electronic configuration. So noble gases remain as such and exist as monoatomic gases. This means that when any element has 8 electrons in the outermost shell, that is its stable configuration and it doesn't want to react with any other element. Now coming on to metals. What is the electronic configuration of metals? We have already studied that metals have 1, 2 or 3 electrons in the outermost shell. So they lose these electrons and form positive ions in order to achieve stable configuration or noble gas configuration, as their inner shell is completely filled with 8 electrons. So metals have 1, 2 or 3 electrons and they want to give out these electrons, these valence shell electrons, so that they achieve the stable configuration of 8 electrons. What about non-metals? Non-metals, they have 4, 5, 6 or 7 electrons in their outermost shell. So they gain electrons from metals to complete their octet or to complete their stable configuration. Now ionic or electrovalent bonding. What is ionic or electrovalent bonding? When a metal reacts with non-metal, they form positive and negative ions. The metal, by giving out electrons, forms positive ion, whereas the non-metal, by gaining electron, forms negative ion. The positive and the negative ions, they attract each other and forms strong electrostatic forces occur between the two ions and a compound is formed which is called ionic or electrovalent compound, and the bond which is formed between the two ions is called ionic bond. So how is this ionic bond formed? Let us see. We'll do this by taking some examples. First example is of sodium chloride or NaCl. Configuration of sodium, atomic number 11, so configuration is 281. Chlorine, atomic number 17, has the configuration 287. So sodium atom gives out this one electron which is in the outermost shell. So minus one electron forms sodium ion with configuration 28. This is sodium ion. Similarly, chlorine atom with the configuration 287 takes this electron, joins this electron and forms chloride ion, and the configuration becomes 288. Now these positive and negative ions, they join together and they form the compound sodium chloride. Now electron dot diagrams are asked. So how can the electron dot diagram of this compound be written? In this way we'll do this electron dot diagram of this sodium showing one dot. One dot means the configuration is 281. So last one electron is shown with a dot here, or the valence electron. Chlorine with a different symbol of cross sign will be shown of its electrons. So configuration is 287. 7 electrons are shown by these 7 cross and one place is empty. So sodium gives out one electron and this is taken by chlorine to complete its octet. So sodium, by giving out electron, forms sodium plus ion, and chlorine by adding one electron forms chloride ion. Both will attain configuration 2,8 and 2,8,8 stable configuration, and positive and negative ions are strongly bonded with strong electrovalent forces, and sodium chloride molecule is formed. So this is the electron dot structure of sodium chloride. Second example is magnesium chloride. Let us see the configuration. Magnesium with atomic number 12 has the configuration 282. Chlorine atomic number 17 has the configuration 287. Now magnesium will give out these 2 electrons, so minus 2 electrons forms Mg2 plus with configuration 28. Similarly, chlorine configuration 287 will add 1 electron and form chloride ion Cl minus with the configuration 288. So 2 chlorine atom will take 2 electrons and form 2 Cl minus. Now how will the electron dot structure of magnesium chloride be written? Here magnesium 2 dots are shown here, means these are the 2 outermost electrons or the valence electrons shown with 2 dots. One chlorine atom has 7 electrons shown by 7 cross. Again another chlorine 7 cross, means 1 electron they require, which is given by magnesium atom, 1 electron to each chlorine. So magnesium forms Mg2 plus ion by giving out 2 electrons, and chlorine, each chlorine takes 1 electron, forms chloride ion Cl minus. So 2 chloride ions are formed, and both the positive negative ions are joined by strong electrovalent bonds or strong electrovalent forces, and magnesium chloride molecule is formed. Third example is magnesium oxide. Magnesium oxide. Magnesium again atomic number 12, configuration 282. Oxygen atomic number 8, configuration 26. Now magnesium 282 will give out these 2 valence electrons, so minus 2 electrons will form magnesium 2 plus ion with 2,8 configuration. Similarly, oxygen atom with 2,6 configuration, it will add 2 electrons to complete its octet and forms oxide ion O2 minus with 2,8 configuration. Electron dot structure will be written like this: Mg 2 dots giving out these 2 electrons to oxygen atom which has 6 electrons. So Mg2 plus ion is formed and oxide ion O2 minus is formed, and both the ions join together to form MgO or magnesium oxide with strong electrostatic attraction forces. Fourth example is calcium oxide. Configuration of calcium is 2882. Atomic number is 20. So it will give out 2 electrons, these outermost electrons, to attain noble gas configuration, which is 288. So calcium 2 plus ion is formed. Similarly, oxygen with atomic number 8, configuration 26, will add these 2 electrons, forms oxide ion O2 minus with 2,8 configuration. Electron dot structure will be written like this: calcium 2 dot gives out these 2 electrons to oxygen which has 6 electrons, and adding 2 electrons has 8 electrons now. Calcium 2 plus ion and oxide 2 minus ion is formed. Both the ions join with strong electrostatic forces and form CaO or calcium oxide. Fifth example is calcium chloride. Again similarly, calcium with 2 outermost electron gives out 2 electrons from forms Ca2 plus or calcium ion. Chlorine with configuration 287 adds 1 electron, forms chloride ion 288. So 2 chlorine atoms will join 2 electrons, form 2 chloride minus ion. Electron dot structure: Ca with 2 dots will give those 1 electron to each chlorine, forming Ca2 plus ion and chloride minus ions, two ions, and both the positive negative ions join with strong electrostatic forces forming CaCl2. Last example is aluminium oxide. This is little different. Aluminium atomic number 13, configuration 283, oxygen atomic number 8, configuration 26. So aluminium wants to give out these 3 electrons. So aluminium minus 3 electrons forms Al3 plus. 3 positive charges it will acquire by giving out 3 electrons. Now each oxygen adds 2 electrons because it has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. So it will join 2 more electrons, forms oxide ion O2 minus. Now 2Al, 1Al gives out 3 electrons. So 2Al will give out 6 electrons and form 2Al3 plus ion. Similarly, one oxygen adds 2 electrons. So 3 oxygen will add 6 electrons forming 3O2 minus. Now electron dot structure will be as such: one aluminium with 3 electrons, 3 outermost electrons. One aluminium with 3 outermost electrons will give 2 electrons to one of the oxygen. Another aluminium with 3 electrons gives 2 electrons to this oxygen, and 1 electron of this aluminium and 1 of this aluminium will be given to the middle oxygen atom. So now all 3 oxygen have added 2 electrons from 2 aluminium atoms. So aluminium 2 3 plus ion is formed and O3 2 minus ions are formed, and both will join with strong electrostatic forces forming Al2O3. The bond formed between the ions is called ionic bond or electrovalent bond. The compounds are called ionic compounds, and these structures which are shown above are called electron dot structures. Last topic is properties of ionic compounds. Ionic compounds are composed of ions and not of molecules. Ions are positive and negative. Second point, ionic compounds are hard solids, that is, they are held together by strong electrostatic attraction forces. Third point, ionic compounds have high melting and boiling points. As they have strong forces of attraction, they require large amount of energy to break the bonds between the ions. So they have high melting and boiling points. Melting point of NaCl, sodium chloride, is 1074 Kelvin. Melting point of calcium oxide is 2845 Kelvin. So it is very high. Fourth point, ionic compounds are generally soluble in water and insoluble in organic solvents, that is non-polar solvents. Water is a polar solvent, so it breaks into H plus ion and OH minus ions. And these compounds like NaCl also breaks into positive and negative ion, Na plus and Cl minus. So these ionic compounds, they dissolve in water because the oppositely charged ions are attracted towards each other. Fifth and last point is ionic compounds are good conductors of electricity in molten state or in dissolved state, as they break into the ions in the molten state, so they can conduct electricity. So these are the various properties of ionic compounds. So children, this is all for today. Thank you.